Myesha here. We're here every Friday night from 7 to 9. And my beautiful host,
Queen Shavaka.
We have Kelly Korn in the house. Hey, Kelly Korn.
Hello.
So, Kelly Korn, how did you get that name Kelly Korn, and what exactly is your product?
Well, my name is Kelly. My last name is not Korn, because there are people out there with the last name of Korn. So I did find that out after I created my name. But I figured I was making popcorn, so why not put corn on the back of Kelly Korn? Mm-hmm. Instead of spelling it with a C, I spell it with a K. So that's how I got the name. And basically what I sell is caramel corn popcorn, gourmet popcorn. It's just not your regular caramel corn popcorn. It's literally gourmet popcorn.
Oh, wow.
Yummy.
Yeah, so I want to hear the story of how Kelly Korn came about.
Well, it was probably around 2007, 2008. I had a desire to take some ladies up to my timeshare. And prior to that, around Christmas time, I decided I wanted to make some caramel corn for myself, because I love eating caramel corn, and the best time to buy it is around this time of season, Christmas time. I would always buy gourmet popcorn all the way from Kansas City. Wow. So I said, okay, this time I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try making it myself. So I basically matter of fact, I was in the kitchen, and I told my daughter-in-law, I said, go find me a couple of recipes, not restaurants, but
that's what's going to be in the
next,
into the atmosphere. Go ahead, girl.
Recipes, so I could try making this caramel corn popcorn. So she brought me two, and I kind of scanned them out, and I looked. I said, I'm gonna try that one. So basically, I tried it, and it came out really good. Didn't think nothing else about it. Threw it to the side. Didn't really trip off of it until it was time for me to do what I wanted to do, was basically treat 6 ladies to my timeshare, because I wanted them to go to my timeshare, everything paid for. All they had to do was get there.
Oh, nice. I need some friends like that. I want to be your friend.
You know, all meals. They were treated to massages. I made them each T-shirts. And just to go up there and relax, because I have a heart for women. And sometimes because we're overly worked and mothers and wives and all of that and doing too much, I just wanted these group of ladies to go and just relax. And so that was my heart. So when I had that, I was like, okay, now how am I going to pay for this? And so it was just like this soft whisper that said, make the popcorn and sell it. And I kind of did like,
What, Jesus?
Yeah, you know, right? Mm-hmm. And I it did it again. Make the popcorn and sell it. And I said, okay. So I went about and I made this popcorn, and didn't know it was going to have the reaction that it did. You know, of course, as I was making it, I tweaked it a little bit to be my own, and then I added one ingredient that you can't buy on the shelf, and that is basically prayer.
Oh yeah, you definitely can't buy that.
You can't buy that on the shelf. So basically, every time I made it, prayer was included in the recipe, and I started noticing everybody's reaction to the popcorn. They was calling it crack corn.
It was addicting.
Very addicting. They couldn't put it down, delicious or whatever. But the bottom line is, I was able to make that goal, and all 6 of us went up, and we had that time at the retreat, just relaxing. And that's how it literally began. So that was in 2007, 2008. So fast forward a little bit. So I was working like I am now, full time, and just doing Kelly Korn just when people requested it on the side during the holidays. I would do it. And so it wasn't like I was really doing it as a full-time business or trying to launch it as a business during this time. So it was just like basically when people wanted it. So how it really came to where it is today is because in 2015, I lost my granddaughter on Christmas Eve. So when that happened, I went into a very dark space. Was living, but not living. Everything in me, like the bubbly person that you see me today, that if you would have saw me last year, you wouldn't have saw the same person.
existing.
Yes. So I felt like everything inside of me pretty much like died, and I just couldn't seem to get back to myself, to the person that I normally am. So one day, my best friend, who is standing here with me, that's here supporting me, that always have my back, and I always have her back, she called me over to her house, and she said, I just want you to come over and play. I said, okay, I'll come play. So when I went to the house, and I sat down with her, and she did this, she likes to do art. I never do art. So I'm like, okay, what are we about to do? So she tells me to crisscross my hands and just draw your hands out. And so that's what I did. And it was something about when I did this. It's almost like I could feel God's spirit just talking to me.
Something broke, something.
Yeah, it's just like something released, open and it released, and I could just feel me opening up. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Yeah. I feel the presence of the Lord really starting to work, and I'm starting to go through like this healing process, and to the point when after I got finished with her session, I start going out buying all this art supplies, going into my bedroom and just sitting in my room and just meditating and just being in the presence of God. Awesome. And it was through that art, which we call art and healing process, that actually started opening me back up to where I started feeling alive again. So during that, while this was all going on, my daughter-in-law, we were out shopping for the homeless. Well, because of what happened to my granddaughter, she was rewarded some money for them losing the baby or their child. So we were out doing some grocery shopping from the homeless, and I'm all excited because I got a big heart just for people and giving in general. Yeah. So she said, take me to the bank. I said, okay, we can go to the bank. Okay. So, so I'm sitting in the car just waiting on her, and she comes out, and we're sitting there, and she goes, here. And I'm like, what is this for? It's all in an envelope, and I open it up, and here's this cashier check, and it's made out to Kelly Korn, not to me, to Kelly Korn and she puts on that from Kiara, which is my granddaughter. So and so when that happened, of course, the tears are going down, and I'm like, I don't know if and I'm making all the excuses why I can't do it and all this stuff. But it was like I couldn't cash the check until I was completely healed, and know that once I cashed that check, there was not going to be no stopping me. And so once that healing was completed, it was like there was no stopping me. I didn't have a character before. Mrs. Kelly Korn was born from that whole process, just by my best friend, taking time out and said, come play. And then God just saying, okay, it's time. And I'm going to come in, and it's time. You just need to sit in his presence. Because believe me, I got mad at God, and I had literally stopped talking to him. And it was like, no, it's time for you to sit down, because I'm getting ready to heal you. And when you come out of this, if you guys ever heard of From Ashes to Beauty, is one of my favorite scriptures.
Beauty for ashes, exactly.
And that's what and that's what he gave me. And it's like now it's like I'm like on fire. I'm like, what you see now is just the beginning of this whole journey that I'm about to go on. And because it's like the vision is just, every day it's just coming to be so much clearer. And I can't help but say, if it wasn't for my Heavenly Father, I wouldn't be standing here today. Yes. Because He's the one that has brought me this far. For me to even be able to stand here and tell this testimony and no tears running, because all I feel now is peace, joy, and all I want to do is just overly flow, just give it out. I just want love. So Kelly Korn, it's about love. It's literally about love, because when people taste it, I want you to just really feel the love. It's just like taste and see.
That the Lord is good.
Exactly, girl. Speak it, because
Yes.
you already know.
already
Taste
know.
and see. That is the scripture that I put on my business card, because that's what it's about. It's about Him. It's not about me.
Wow.
And the business itself is not even about me. I don't even spend one dime on myself. It's always to bless somebody else, to be able to, because my heart is, it's literally like, I just want to be a person. I said the perfect job for me is to be able to go around and just plant seeds in people's lives. If they need their rent paid, pay it. If the kids trying to go off to college, pay it. You know, if they're struggling and they need food on their table, put food on their table. That's my heart. And that's what I'm going after. So when I say it's not about me, it's about me it's about God, the Father that I know for a matter of fact that put that in my spirit. And I tell Him every day, this is not my business, Lord. This is yours. Yes. So what do you want me to do? When I get frustrated, when I know I haven't gone into my prayer space and prayed over that popcorn and it don't come out right. I have to throw away batches or say reject and give it to somebody else where they can taste, just take it. And they say it's still good. No, but it's not to the quality. So, I have all that be going on sometimes, because it is a struggle when you're working 8 hours a day and then have to come home and cook it. So I have to always remember, before I step on my sacred ground in front of that stove, is you better go in your sacred, your praying space, and you better pray, and you better pray over people. And that's what I do. I pray over people every time. I don't even have to know your name, but I'm calling out to God for you on your behalf, just because you are purchasing my product. And I don't take that for granted.
That's a blessing. Wow, she's like really I felt goosebumps.
Yeah, I know
God
you
is
were telling me
amazing.
that your son has tried to attempt to make your popcorn. And not saying your son doesn't have love, but it's just that something that God blessed you with.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you put that in your popcorn. So as of right now, you're the only one that has
exactly. And when that happened, because I really was trying to pass the baton, because he does love to cook. So I said, I'm going to pass the baton. So I went through everything, and I kept telling myself, Brandon, you have your heart got to be right. And when you're praying, you got to, it's got to be a felt heart, it's got to have some love, got to be coming up out of that. So I did, and so he called himself going home. He called himself going home, trying to try it out. And this is when my grandbaby Kiara was born, was still alive. She told him, that's not my Nana's popcorn. And then his friend told him, that's not your mama's popcorn. And he said his feelings were so hurt. But the bottom line, and then that's when I realized the Lord has just, at this moment, at this time, has just blessed my hands to do it. So, and I'm okay with that.
That's amazing.
That's a powerful testimony of God.
How many flavors do you have in this popcorn?
Right now, I only have one flavor.
Okay.
But what I do one with just plain, with just caramel, and then the other one is caramel, but I add pecans in it, which is really good.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what's do people like the pecans better than the plain ones?
Well, you know what? Sometimes I think they're going for the pecans, and I turn around, they're going for the other. So it just depends if people like nuts or not. It really, or because some people have allergy reactions to nuts. So it just depends, because not one or the other at this point. They just love it. And you'll see once you taste and see.
Well, are you ready, Queen Shavaka?
I'm ready. I've been ready since the beginning of this testimony.
Now,
it's amazing.
Guys, before, I kind of took this apart a little bit. Before, there was a pretty red ribbon around. I took it off just to make it a little easier. Okay, so me and
took away
Queen
the
Shavaka,
beauty of it.
We're going to do it at the same time, okay?
Okay.
Okay, let's get our popcorn.
Can we show the packaging? Oh, that's a big piece. Thank you, Jesus.
Cheers.
Cheers.
She suck out the big one.
Wow.
And it's just kind of
really amazing.
right. It just melts in your mouth.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
It's like butter.
Mm-hmm.
So what sizes does this come in?
Well, I make small, medium, large, and the size that you're eating out of right now is my medium size, which is a 6-ounce bag, and then the other size is like 3 ounces, and the other one is 13.
Wow. What do you think, Queen Shavaka?
I think we need a bigger bag. This is amazing. It's just like you don't even need to really chew it. It's just like you put it in your mouth and it just.
Watch. Alright, and it all melting.
Yeah, I told you. It just
Like this is just like
I don't even know what
to say. Like, come get a bag. Let me show you what it looks like again. So you know what you're ordering. You will never go to Trader Joe's again in life, or Safeway, or all those places. Downtown Sacramento, all those places that carry these imposters. Here's the real deal. Like, get you.
So where can people find this at? Contact with you.
Okay, so I'm mobile. So basically what they'll do, they'll contact me and then I'll make and I'll deliver. So you could either call me at 916-548-2784 or you can email me at kellycorncares.gmail.
Okay.
So that, or you can find me on Facebook under Kelly Korn and also under my real name, Kelly Sonier.
Okay. So you guys look her
up.
Yes.
Like this, like we can tell you how it tastes, but unless you put it in your mouth for yourself, you have no idea of the taste of heaven that we have just endured. So get a bag.
I don't want to be a pig.
I know we're in front of the camera, so we're sitting there trying to be like ladies because we're queens, you know. We don't want to be shoving our faces on camera because we know that many of you guys are watching, and we're trying to get dignified. But this is really delicious, like really delicious. Yes. Woo.
Okay, so I have a question about when you first discovered popcorn. When you were young, did you love popcorn? What was the first memories of that?
You know, I was thinking about that question, and I said, you know what? It really did start when I was young. Okay. I had an uncle that used to make popcorn balls, and I was little, and I was sitting, and I would sit in the kitchen, and I would watch him because he really loved making sweets, and I watch him make these popcorn balls, and so when I started making Kelly corn, one of my cousins reminded me that Kelly used to make the popcorn balls, and then I said, you know what? You're right, because of me watching my uncle. When I got older, I started making them myself, and so I guess I was just really young, just seeing that, liking popcorn, and that sweetness. But then and back then they used to have all the caramel shops like down on K Street and in the mall, and every time I went down there, I would always buy a box of their caramel corn popcorn. And then now that I'm older, I could tell that, oh shoot, they was putting a whole lot of artificial flavor.
Yeah, like this one, it was like, wow, it's rich and it's amazing
on their food. So so that's how it really began. Just now that when I look back on that, I said I watched my uncle in the kitchen making popcorn, and then that's when I began to love popcorn like that.
So that's kind of the start of it, and you didn't even know that was the start.
No, I didn't even know, because like I said, I kind of went, when my cousin told me that, Kelly used to make those popcorn balls all the time. And I said, you know what, you're right. We forget about all those fond memories what we did when we were younger, because the older we get, life kind of takes all that away. Definitely. So all those beautiful memories of things that we did when we were younger, when somebody remind you, you kind of go, wow.
Yeah.
So I was doing it back then,
Mm-hmm.
so, and now look at it. Here it is now. Look what I'm doing with it.
Right.
Wow, that's incredible. Do you have anything else you want to say, Queen Shavaka?
Christmas is coming up, so family, friends, these are great Christmas gifts. My family and friends are going to be watching. Don't go to Safeway or any of those Walgreens. Please pick up one of these for me.
Yes.
I appreciate it. I do want to give a quick shout out to Artistic Domino for our introduction
Yes.
beats. So, woo!
Thank you for that.
But yeah, camera, if you can just go ahead and take a picture of this. Wait for it.
So, before I forget, you are at the African market, right?
Yes, I was going to say that. Yes, I'm at the African Marketplace on every first and third Saturday of the month. So you
Okay.
can also see me there, and we have the popcorn always there with me because I go out there and sell as well.
Okay.
I was just getting ready to say that when she was talking that I'm also there.
Okay. Is there a certain section at the African market?
It's usually where the food section is.
Okay.
There's this, when you come in, there's the area where they just have the food, so I'm always set up there.
Okay. And that's here in Sacramento.
Here in
the
Sacramento.
Yeah.
First and third
Saturday of the month.
Okay.
It's
First and third Saturday.
Okay.
It's 2251 Florin Road.
All right.
So at the African Marketplace.
We gotta go there, Queen Shavaka. Have you been?
Definitely. I haven't.
Yeah, we gotta
So
go
we
there.
gotta go there.
Yeah, a lot
especially
of-
now that my new favorite popcorn
Oh.
is gonna be there.
We
Definitely.
gotta go popcorn crazy.
Popcorn crazy. Like, he just really rebirthed my love for popcorn, because popcorn for me was like, oh, if it's movie night, I'll tolerate popcorn. But now,
Yes.
I have to have some of that.
Yes, and it kind of reminds me of like, it's something where if you're in a bad mood
Mm-hmm.
and
just
you
makes
don't
you
know
feel good.
anything else to make you feel, because I have a sweet tooth,
Me too. I'm a
and
junk
I
food
notice
junkie.
that when I'm not in a good mood, I'm like, where's my Snickers?
Right.
Where's
I
my
like Snickers
Reese's?
too. The almond ones.
Give me some orange juice. That right there
lost me.
might be it.
Yeah, and
Right
because I
here.
really do see it as like a comfort food, because that's, to me, that's what food is. It's, when you think about it, it does comfort us in some form or
Yes.
fashion, especially when you're around other people and you're eating some kind of food. It seems like a different atmosphere. It kind of takes place when you're just eating and you're talking and you're,
Yeah.
communing and just fellowshipping. So that,
You
to
want a
me,
fellowship when you're eating. They're like,
Yeah.
tell me about your
Yeah,
day.
and you're
I
sitting
feel
there.
good eating this.
Yeah,
Go
exactly.
ahead.
You're sitting there and you're just eating. Really,
Yeah.
girl? Really, that happened today? You're just eating,
She's speaking my language.
But I always say, in everything we do, we need to do that in moderation. Because remember, Kelly Korn does have some real butter in it. so we do have to do everything in moderation.
Okay. All right, that's
And is all your packaging like the Christmassy, or this is
No,
just for
that's
the holiday?
just for the holiday,
Okay.
But my packaging,
I like it.
it changes throughout. But yeah, that's just for
So we know
the
what
season.
to look for.
Yeah.
So, one more time, how people can get a hold of you, while me and Queen Shavaka have a few more
Oh, yeah.
before we close.
More than a few.
So you can contact me at 916-548-2784, or you can contact me at Kelly Korn Cares Gmail. I also can be found on Facebook under Kelly Korn, or under Kelly Sonnier, which is SONNIREA.
That last one. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Kelly.
so much.
You know what? And thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
It's a blessing.
Yes, you're
Your
welcome.
testimony just blessed us.
Yes, it's blessing people out there
Mm-hmm.
listening to it. So this is Queenz of Queenz Radio. We're here every Friday from 7 to 9. If you're a business owner and you want to come and tell your story, share your product, if you're an artist and want to come and show everyone your skills and your art, please contact us, Queenz of Queenz Radio on Facebook. This is Queen Myesha and
Queen Shavaka.
Kelly Korn.
Kelly Korn.
Kelly Korn and
yes.
this yummy popcorn. Let me
Matter
show
of
you
fact,
one more time.
Let's put it like this. Kelly Sonnier, a.k.a. Mrs. Kelly Korn.
This is Kelly Korn.
Okay. All right, you guys. See you guys next time. Bye bye.